Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to continue pick up from the latest stream from yesterday. And then what we did yesterday is we converted this structure which came from the Angular component, which looks like this, to define the course material. We converted that to JSON, and JSON basically looks like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this JSON and I'm going to display it as a presentation. I will use the actual component to display it as a course material. And the way we are going to do it is I'm going to copy paste this JSON and I'm going to throw it in a JSON file in a different project. Or maybe even better idea would be to write it to the database, but we can do it later. So this is the app where I'm gonna build this UI using this JSON. So if I go to, I think, apps, code lab source app admin, I'll just throw it here just because I'm gonna delete it later. I'll call it TypeScript because this is what that specific milestone is about, .json. There you go. So next I'm going to add the route, or maybe it exists already. I think I was going to work on it. Okay, admin. Yeah, now I have to start the server here. I'll terminate the other process. Where am I? Yeah, so I can start it, and it will take some time, but once it's started, then I can navigate to, let's see, I think this preview component is probably what I want. Let me take a look while it's building. Alright, so I have a presentation like thing right here, and then it can go to previous slide, it can go to next slide. Let's see what it does. So it looks at the state, it turns it into presentations, plural, which I think is a mistake. Should be just one presentation. And then it has a current slide index, which it is using to display the slides. Here. So we get presentations. We do have multiple presentations. Okay. And then I can minimize this. So let me go to this route and see what it actually does. So it's /admin/content. I think I'll just have to create a new route here. So this is the presentation editor, which I worked on before. Maybe I can even use this. Let me see how I store that JSON. Content component. So I have a content service right here, which has like all the presentations. So what if I just go and use this? Yeah, I think what right now would be really great is to have some kind of schema, which I do not have because you don't need it for Firebase. But I think what I can do is I can jump in this project and see what's in the database. Hey, Space Gun Cat. You want to ask me about what I think about code Sure, try. Try it. Let's see how it works. Cool. So I think I do have types, or I should have types for TypeScript admin, maybe common menu route. Alright, I do not have types, but I should have types. So let me see. I have presentations. Let me see what interfaces I have there. Interface. Content block, content slide, content presentation. Here it is. So a presentation has an ID, it has a name, and it has slides, and it has version number. That looks good. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to generate something which follows this interface, and then I can upload it to the database manually without any service, and then I'll have to figure it out. So Space Green Cat asking me to check out a simple task. I don't know how to let me translate it. I think it's finite automata. Finite. Oh yeah, state machines. So Space Green Cat is using state machines. I only have 2 people watching, so I think one is Space Green Cat, and I hope the other person doesn't mind. We have to find in a string, we have to find substrings, and there are 3 different ways which Space Green Cat used to solve it. And Space Green Cat wants to have more state machines in prod. So he wants items like Elixir does, which I have no idea what it is, but we can pretty sure we can figure it out quickly. Right. An item is a constant whose value is its own name. Oh yeah, I think I saw it in other languages. Some other languages call it symbols. They're often useful to enumerate over distinct values. Okay, that's cool. So let's look at all the solutions. Twitch. Excuse me. So here's the chat. Let's look at some code and see if we understand match. Excuse me. So we have JS Fiddle. We have I don't know how to hide HTML, since we obviously don't need it. Okay, I can resize here. Oh, I can resize here as well. Here. So we have a string. Row. I actually don't know what string row does. Let's see. So it's a tag function. It's similar to our prefix. What's our prefix? Oh, in Python. Or at It's used to get raw string form of template literals. That is, substitutions are processed but escaped. So this is so basically you don't have to escape anything. Okay, I didn't know about that. That's pretty cool. Let's see if there is anything else other cool stuff on strings. Oh no, it's too complicated. No, it's too much stuff. Oh, here. Oh. So there are only 3 static methods on string. One is from char code. One is from code point. What's that? Whoa. Whoa, okay. It doesn't seem like seems like it does a bunch of Unicode magic. Anyway, so we don't need to escape this, or I guess we don't need to escape slashes. And then there is a state machine, I guess. So this is initial state, so it's mutable. Result is, let's see. So this would be like a great case for using const, because you never change it, and me as a reader, I don't know if you will change it or not until I see it's a constant. And then there is a string which is empty, right? So string is mutable. So you iterate over the data, you look for the state, and there are 3 potential. I guess here, like, using TypeScript would also be better, just because you don't have potential states in a comment. But okay, we have what we have. So initial state is look for string. So you look at the character, and then if it's a quote, then so you're basically looking for what's in a string, I assume, right? Again, here a function with a name explaining what it does would be good. Got it. Okay, so SpaceGreenCat just didn't have a chance to throw in a const. So like if I was doing this, it would be something like function find xxx in blah blah blah, and this way people who are reading would know what is an input, what is an output. I mean, here I know output is result, so that's good. So if you're in string, you copy next character. Okay. So if the character is basically closing quote, then we come back to so basically extract all everything which is in the quotes. So this is the naive solution, just very straightforward. If the character is slash, then copy next character. So you build this. Yeah, the only thing I don't understand is let me see the result. Let me see the result. So I see. So if it's this is escaping, so you're handling escaping. So if you and then you throw out the slashes, this is why I think this is good. I don't know if we need a separate state for this. Seems like an overkill, but yeah, okay, I understand what's happening here. So let's see the more fun versions. So this is the second jazz fiddle. Oh, there was some promise rejected. I don't know what's happening. Right, so we but here, so I see this is where you wanted atoms, right? And I wouldn't call it very complicated. I think that there is like lots of boilerplate which could have been abstracted. So if you would have used a library, then somebody familiar with the library would immediately know what's going on. So here you want to replace. This is where, yeah, I see. This is where SpaceGrandCat wants to use atoms, but I don't see why not just use an enum for that. Like, I don't see how. If you just use TypeScript, I think that's good enough. Or I guess it could have. I mean, it's ugly, but could have done something like that. Yeah, I think like enums would be nice. So here are transitions. All right, so we're getting deep into like state machine stuff. Let's see what I can understand from here. So there is state and there are actions. All right, I'm scrolling through this. So we have the data again. So it's the same. You're doing the same thing. So again, we iterating one character at a time. And then based on the character, so it's the same, but now you're saying if you see this character and you're in that string, so you're basically moving out transitions to a separate layer, which is abstracted and handled automatically. I can see that. Okay, I see why you're doing this. So this way, ignore. Why would you ignore something? Oh, okay. So you can. Got it. So if you ignore you can ignore the slash, for example, if you find it, or if you are in look for string, you just ignore whatever character is there. That's fine. If you see start a new string, cool. I mean, that's this seems like the same, but more abstracted. And then if there is incorrect action, then you throw it. I understand this. I think it kind of makes sense. As like I know what state machines are. I think I used them a couple times in my life, but I don't. Like it takes me some brain effort to understand this. I think if I used it a lot, then it would be like really easy for me, right? If there was a well-known contract. No, I haven't tried xstate. I can check it out. Let me see the third link you sent. So this is will be like abstraction over abstraction. Let's jump over those premises. We don't need this. So it's the same. It's the same. It's just more declarative. So we have transitions. We saw that before, and we have we iterate over the thing, and then there is action. So action. So you basically abstract out all the actions. Finish current string, and you make them reducers. Basically, they are like reducers. Yeah, this is like Redux. Exactly what you're saying. Look for string. Yeah. That's cool. I understand what's going on here. So basically this is the actual state machine. It's not it's very declarative. This is, I mean, I wish you used the immer here. You know, do you know what immer is? Like this thing, immer. that's not very well documented. It says it has an award. Yeah, so it's basically this. So you can use it in Redux, but then instead of doing something like object dot dot dot, I want to save this and I want to save that, and then I also want to overwrite something, you just go and mutate shit. And what Immer does, it just passes a proxy. Oh yeah, you know Immer, yeah. And then you can mutate things as you want, and it just works. So for me, like, it would be much easier to see something like data line equals this, right? So this way I see immediately, okay, you set the line here, and same thing here, right? So this is I think it's something like data lines push data line, right? Again, like compare this to having like a bunch of objects and dot dot dots. I think it would be like much more clear and faster to understand, because right now it takes me effort to discern what all those things. Yeah. Otherwise, it's cool. It's pretty abstracted. So I'm a bit confused why there is state and data. Oh, I see. So state. I'm confused because I'm used to Redux state. Maybe call it like status or something. Although it's state machine. I don't know. Yeah, so people familiar with Redux will be probably very confused why state is a state. Also, I think I would want to look Redux-like. So you have a function call which returns something like state data, because right now you basically mutate state, and mutation is kind of a bit confusing. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. This is not like Redux, and if I'm familiar with Redux and I see a state, my first impulse is like, oh, this is my data, but it's not. It's the name of the state. That's why I'm thinking maybe call it status or something, or like find a better name for it. Otherwise, yeah, it's a cool mental exercise. That was fun. Now let's check out the X state, right? So over time, like when every second big React conference, there is somebody who comes in and say, oh, I reinvented state machine. It's amazing. The whole world will be using state tomorrow. And it is pretty exciting, but like nobody uses it from what I've seen. So I've seen like people being really excited about it. I see people like sharing it everywhere, and I haven't seen that used in real projects. Maybe I just haven't seen enough real projects which would use it. So Spacing Cat used it for an audio player. So how did you like it? How was your experience? I think I'm allergic to something. Alright, so toggle machine. That's cool. So you create a machine, has a ID, it has some initial state, and it has states. Then on transition, and then you just send different states, and I assume you can also send the data there, and you get it does mutate itself. Yeah, show me. That's why not? Here is a more advanced one. Ah, it does even some fetching stuff. Source. And has a separate on done thing. I don't know why they wanted it, but okay. So that's interesting. It's like let's. This is kind of like Redux, but it's not like Redux. And then the cool thing is because all states are declaratively defined, you can visualize it. This is kind of similar to like Redux also does this. If you like define things all properly, you can use DevTools and you can see everything which happens with your app. So here, this doesn't look beautiful, unfortunately, but I think you can overall see what's happening. Oh, you can even trigger thing. So it's like 2D Redux, I guess. Right? So it's like Redux, but you know what triggers what and how all the states are interconnected. Right, so here you create a machine. There are different types. So this is finite, and there is a nested one. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I mean, if you want to use it for like larger project. So SpaceGanCat says that once you stop using it, it becomes kind of confusing quickly, but then visualizations help. I can see that. I can see that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I think I'm once things are quieter, we can try building a project on that, and I think then I'll understand it better. I kind of understand what's going on there, but I still don't understand like how I would use it on a project. So if we had the state machine for slides, for example, what do we have there? I can just look at my pseudo Redux and see what I would have done. Redux, not Redux. Reducer. Okay, so add slide, delete slide. So there is not much need for a state machine there. So if I am in the state of like looking at slides and I add a slide, I stay the same place. If I update the block, I basically... Yeah, I don't think I need a state machine for this thing. But I guess I need to process it more. Yeah, that was interesting. Thanks for sharing, SpaceGanCat. Yeah, Redux is kind of close to state machines, but not exactly. Yep. Yeah, I think that's a next step, which gives some benefits of like being able to visualize this stuff. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna follow this interface, and I'm gonna terminal. I'm gonna get to my importer project, code lab importer, and then npm start, but I have to run it in a different port. 4201. Looks good. Cool. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, and there were like some really convincing talks which were like, oh, state machines are like the future of state, and then nothing happens. So looks very exciting. I think maybe one day when it's easier to comprehend. Okay, so now I go to localhost here, And then I look for initialize up, I think. And that is in code lab. So here's the Firebase config I want to use. And I'll just move it to, where is my project? Code lab importer, source up, in the most main module I can basically. And then I say const, and I say equals, boom. And also I need to install Firebase and Angular/Fire. Yeah, so yes, exactly. So some tasks on the front end work really like they really meant to be solved using state machines. And this is true. And also there are many tasks on the front end. Hey, I forgot to install, right? Which are meant to use, I think, so they're like, most of tasks on the front end are not really meant to be solved with Redux, or like anything Redux like, but like there is some set of tasks which can be solved by Redux, and then subset of those tasks can be solved by state machines. I think that's what it is. So even I would say even less than Redux. But also I think I should try and solve something with the state machines so I can have a better understanding of how it works. Alright, meanwhile I need Angular Fire module, initialize up, and I pass for Firebase config. That should work. So what I'm gonna do is there will be a button which, oh no, what happened? Did I not import it? Am I missing a comma or something? Oh, I forgot to put it in imports. Yeah, Spacing Cat says that he wrote his own version of Redux. I literally did this in one of the streams for the editor. Yeah, it's basically like it's a RxJS scan. That's what I used for it. Yep. So I'm gonna add a button where I'll take all this JSON, importer. Is it here? TypeScript. Yes, I need to find the deck component. Yes, you can write Redux with RxJS. Oh no, what happened to the dog with what was it, sunglasses? There were like articles which were like, yeah, Redux is like literally scanned from RxJS, and that's it. You don't need anything else. But of course you need like error handling and lots of other things and middleware, and then you have your own framework you have to maintain. So it's here. So I don't need this TypeScript. I need the module slides. No. Here, slide deck. So what I'm gonna do is in the template, I'll wrap the content. It's this thing, which I like don't care about. I'll just wrap it in a div. Div, and I say style display none, and I have a button which will say upload to Firebase. Boom. So I take all this JSON and I upload it to Firebase. upload. Oh, I don't know what I did. All right, I just added here. Upload. That's funny. Yeah, so we can have a special reward called summon the fox. I don't know if Fox will agree to that. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm chilling today. I haven't slept for like 10 days." Like, "Nope, somebody paid 2,000 points. You have to come, Fox. You don't have any other options." And you're like, "Okay." Okay, so I have a new presentation. Which should follow all those. So it has ID, name, and version. ID, it's gonna just be LOL. Name is gonna be amazing presentation. Version is gonna be 0, and then slides, I think. Blocks, slides, yes. Slides is gonna be result. Now, why is it shouting at me? Oh, this result. Yeah, at some point, like long time ago, all streams were with the Fox, but it was like really hardcore stuff, and like we had to list 2 watchers at a time, I think. I mean, I have 3 people now because I'm doing weird Angular stuff without any context. But I feel like once I'm done with this thing, I can do more interesting like streams with more context. So I wanna push through this as soon as possible. So now I have a constructor, and then I add the Firestore. Angular Firestore, I think. Here you go. And then this, which I'll have to make it private read-only. This Firestore dot why does it complain? Firestore? Oh, here you go. This dot Firestore collection, which I think it's presentations. Ref const id. Oh, so I'll just move it out, and then I use this as a key, and then I just say set, and I'll pass this whole thing presentation. Right, I think this should work. I think it's I should go doc because ref is here you go. Let's see. Boom. I think I uploaded to Firebase. Let's go home and see. Nope. Let's look at presentation service, or whatever it's called. Service, content service. Presentations. Is that how I have it? Yeah. That seems alright. So maybe I can do value changes, subscribe, and see what's in there. Okay, so hit upload to Firebase, open DevTools. There is an error. Unsupported value for a custom regex object. Yes, that's why it doesn't write. Okay, so what I need to do is I'll just throw in debugger here. And I look at who specifically passed regex to the thing. So I'll just open the console, and then I console log this result. What? Maybe I have to press the button again. This result. Here you go. So we have 15 slides. This thing doesn't have any regex, so I'll need to find. I think I know who has it. I think it's this thing, highlights. Yes, this is regex. So I know how to fix it. Highlights. This highlights. So I think it's an array. Okay. To string. And let's see if there are any other highlights. And maybe they can be nothing. So then it will be an array. So I need to do it in several places. Hey, what happened? Oh, here. I can hide this. Here you go. So I search for highlights and I literally just copy paste it wherever I want. Boom. Oh. Wait, what happened? Right. And just to confirm, it is... Oh, it's not an array. It's an object. So I'll undo that, and I'll have a function which I call convert highlights. And then h record of string to string. Alright. And then what I'm gonna do is for const, I can do const for let, I call it highlights, age of highlights, not of in. And then I say like const result equals an object. So iterate over highlights, and I say result age is highlights age to string, and then it will also tell me probably to do has own property turn. So now I can do this, and I need to do the same below. Why does it complain? String or regex. Turn in debugger there. Let's see if it worked. Failed to compile. This expression is not callable. I don't know where this came from. I definitely do not need that. Do I use optional chaining and nullish coalescing operator? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not. Especially like this is a throwaway code which nobody will have to ever support. But even if if highlights has on property h. But even like I think if you're just telling the compiler to shut up and then you'll get errors, then it's not the best strategy. And if you know what you're doing, then it's good. Okay, return result. Let's see. Unsupported field value undefined. Okay, this might be complicated. Let's see how we can handle it. So first of all, let's see. The first time you see has on property. I think it's not really needed. I mostly did it for IntelliJ to shut up. If you are using any libraries which pollute the prototype, then it can lead to like really weird errors. I don't think that's the problem we're going to encounter. So yeah, so this is a string. I'm happy with this. Okay, this is result. Okay, that's an empty object. That's an empty object. I think we're in a good state here. What are the highlights? Oh. So if highlights is undefined, then we just return undefined. Why you shout at me? Not all code path. That's not correct. All code path return value. So I guess I just have to say defined. Okay. Yeah, but I think this will go away, like the has on property. Okay. Do I have to go like return undefined or what? This is a weird error which I do not understand. Return undefined. Okay. Cool. So I think what I need to do is let me look at the structure I get. This result. So I think a lot of those values which I set are set to undefined. Let's figure out which ones. So here, code lab, I assume like here we might get a bunch of undefineds. Payload exercise. Okay, not here. Types. Yeah, Firebase is not being super helpful here. It just says somewhere you have undefined. Bye bye. So let's see. So we know. So in the register, payload. This definitely should not be called payload, but that's okay. Console. Okay, it's turning debugger here. So we just look at the data which I write one by one. So this is all good. This sets 3 things and it's good. I think this is where we need the Jora. We need to look and find an undefined thing. Cool. This doesn't have anything undefined, not that I can see. The same type payload this path. That's easy. Nothing is undefined here. So I'm pretty sure somewhere here. Yeah, here you go. Bootstrap test is undefined. Data payload. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to first of all I wanna look at what the original types look like. So we have blocks. Custom block, it has ID, has a tag, and it has props. Props, not payload. So I'm gonna go and I search for payload, and I'm just gonna replace that with props. Place all. And then when I register stuff, I just say drop undefineds, defines, and then I pass data props. Boom. So now I need to create this method, and that definitely should be a function. I don't know why it created the create function. Boom. Globally. Yeah, it's good. Alright, and then where is my highlights function? Because this is pretty much the same. Highlights. Import highlights, I think. Highlights. What? Here we go. So convert highlights. I just need this thing, so I don't have to write it again. And then I search for drop undefineds. I thought I created a method for it. Just do it. Okay. So people usually, there is a smart word for it. Oh, but yeah, so people check for value incorrectly sometimes. Yes. That's true. Yeah, but that's like JavaScript is just being confusing. Alright, if his own property and age not undefined, then result h equals prop h. Here you go. Why does it shout at me? Expected call signature to have a type def. This is such a confusing just turn any actually record. So both of them are record of the key is string, and then value is any, a lowercase. Yeah, but I see how like all this stuff is going away. Like mostly people would use like for off now, or like some functional stuff, and you don't even need to know about this stuff, like his own property and things. Okay, now that might work. Boom. Unsupported field value undefined. Found in document presentations lol. Okay, so we'll have a function undefined So instead of drop undefines, we have a function find undefines, and then it will take a path which will be empty, and so first we iterate over all properties. If props h equals undefined, then we say debugger. Undefines. And then another thing I want to check. Oh, right. So I'm using this incorrectly. Props. Here you go. Maybe this will actually save me. Let's see. Unsupported field value, a custom regex object. So we still have a regex object. So we remove some undefines. Find in object. So it will take a predicate, which takes any, and what am I doing? Let's return void. It's good enough. I don't know why everything is highlighted here, missing white space, but it seems to compile. Right, so drop undefined, find in object. So it will take key and then data or value, and then console log key value. Cannot find in object. Pretty sure I have it somewhere. Oh, because it's yeah, I don't know why it's doing there. Just throw it in here, call it function, find an object, takes a props, and it will take data. Right, let's see if this works. Argument of key value. Alright, I have A, any, B, any. And then here we call predicate with h props h. And we don't need this condition. So basically I just want to recursively iterate the object. So we have type, tag, props, type, custom. All right. How do we check? Or that's actually fine. Predicate, props. I think it just goes with like key value, right? Key value. So I just go with path plus h. Let's do like this for now. And then if and just call it again, find in object props h predicate props h plus like this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope. Not what I wanna do. Alright, what happened here? Let's check it out. Alright, try in debugger here, and let's just refresh and see what's happening. So we were recursively iterating over... Oh, so it's an array. Okay, that's legit. So we were iterating over an array, but why did it have... This is weird. Alright, so we are in props. Okay, don't need this. So that looks alright. So same predicate. 1 second. Let me uncomment that. Right, so we are in the path of 0, and then we take props c. If so, okay, so let's say we have c, so we iterate over c. If type of so if type of this thing props is string, return. So if it's a string, we don't care. If it's a number, is there like is primitive thing? Yeah, I'm doing some like weird shit. Return undefined. I don't think you can iterate boolean, right? Right, so now it's at least it is finite, right? And then somewhere there we have a regex. Array. Cool. So how do we check if something is a regex? Let's see. So we have regex, and then we say type of regex. JavaScript check if regex. If object is a regex. Here you go. So, hey, stop doing what you're doing. So here, find an object. If value instance of regex debugger regexp. Cool. So this, here you go. So code demo highlight. How do I copy this? Here you go. Code demo highlight. I think I can just do like convert highlights. Zany. Okay, let's see if that works. Right, I didn't stop. Right? Okay, I think that might have worked. So I wrote this giant thing for nothing. Let's see. For some reason there is no LOL presentation. Let's hit upload to Firebase a couple more times. I don't think I need console log here. Maybe it just polluted the console to the point where you cannot see what's going on. Alright, upload to Firebase. I would assume that it uploaded. It uploaded, let's see. Value changes and then subscribe. And look what's inside. I don't know, every time I type debugger there is like a square brace. Okay, so it kind of worked. Seems like I'm talking to different database. How is that possible? Let me check. So here it's Angular presentation, right? And then there in content service, Firebase I can probably just throw in a debugger in content service. Debugger. So I go here, and then we can look at the reference and see what's different there. Okay. State. Alright, where does the state come from? Content component. Oh, I see. This is content component, and I want to be in content service. Content service. It's right here. Constructor. Nice. And then state is all actions. Presentation, this thing. So I care about this. And then before the debugger, I'll assign it to a variable. Just call it P. P is good enough for now. Right. So now I can see if we're using same or different databases on different projects. Yeah. Right, refreshing. It will stop, and then we'll look at what's in the P thing. So Angular Firestore. It seems the same. Let's stop in the other thing and confirm they are the same. Oh. What's the doc key? Ah. So I did some weird magic here. I put presentations in the document, and then I don't know why. And it has a presentations property. So I kind of understand how it works. I don't remember why. I'm pretty sure there was like a great reason for that. Let's see what we can do with it. So here I wanna, not here, here. When I press this button, I wanna jump in, and then doc, I think, presentation. How do you let me see how I update it here. Okay, I think I'm doing like really weird magic there. So what I need to do is go with like this presentations document, get the whole thing, and then modify it and then write it there. And let me confirm, let me find how I write to this presentation here. So I have a dispatch, actions, here. So this presentations doc presentations set. Here you go, mystery solved. Now I know how to do it. So I have a document which has all the JSON in the world, which is not amazing, but it's nice to debug without console log. I should learn it. Yeah, I think console log is also an amazing tool for certain use cases, and you just have to know what's better and where. But yeah, I highly recommend debugger because it saves you reruns. Unfortunately, where I work, our refresh time is kind of slow, and it's much better to solve it with debuggers. If things recompile in a second, then maybe console log can be actually even faster, so it depends. Alright, so presentations, let me go to importer module here. Here. So I get the document called presentations, and then I subscribe for value changes. Value. And then for now, I'll just throw in a debugger here. And I'm gonna take this doc and take it out. Not to a method, but to not here, to here. Here you go, Angular Fire document. Nice. It's fun how Twitch thinks console log is actually a URL, but it doesn't. I'm waiting for TLD, and I think console log would be like an amazing domain name for developers. Cool. So go here, and then we don't need this anymore. Let's refresh and see. This debugger I don't care about anymore. Care about this. Hit upload to Firebase. Nothing happens. Why? Are there no value changes? Firestore, presentations. Okay, let's do value changes in collection. Yes, but I'm pretty sure there will be like lots of smart people who pay lots of money, like Alex Okrushko did TS Dev, which cost a lot of money, but is a very cool investment. So yeah, but who knows? Maybe I'll do it one day, or you do it one day. Cool. I don't understand. So we get here, but we don't get there. Why? So collection name is correct. Yeah, it's getting a bit more confusing. At least I know what to do now, but I don't understand why I... Oh, do I need to subscribe to it? Yes, I think because it's an observable, I have to subscribe to it, and this bites me every time. Subscribe. Boom. Okay, now it will work, right? Yes. No. Now why not? Okay. I'm confused. Value changes. Okay, I think I'm completely misusing value changes. Okay, so now I subscribe, I get the value. This should work. So there is a bunch of garbage, and mostly we care about this part. There are 2 presentations. Cool. So I'm gonna take a doc with the key of presentations. And now I'll do the magic and save this thing, and this time it should work. Cool. So hit upload to Firebase. I get the value. Value.presentations. And then presentations. Why does it shout at me? Does not exist. So it's any, it's not unknown TypeScript. Chill down. Presentations. I just equals filter presentations ID. So I just remove existing copies, and then I'll push it right here. Now debugger const result equals presentations, and then debugger. Okay, so this should kind of work. This should not be const. All right, I can just do this. filter. And then this is ready to be written. Let me confirm that that's what I do in content service. I have where is content service? Audit time. Yes, so I just set this result. Perfect, I can do that. Angular Firestore document set. Presentations. Oh, just result. Cool. So I think this will allow me to get this JSON in a database in the right spot, so I can try and see if the what you see is what you get editor picks it up. So now I hit upload to Firebase. So far no errors. And now I go to the nice, I see it. Yay! Beautiful. Okay, so let's do full screen to enjoy the beauty of the result. So this is converted perfectly. JavaScript is a great language. I agree. Okay. So here we lost a thingy. We lost the exercise, which is okay. I know how to fix it. Cool. So all HTML stuff moved perfectly, and then all the editors basically didn't. Cool. So I don't even JS is beautiful, but people who love Rust troll it. People, I think it's everybody trolls JS, and I guess that's okay. I think over time, like as you grow as a developer and human being, you just understand that each technology is meant to solve specific problem, and there is no inherently bad technology. Like if you sit and try to create a new language, you probably wouldn't. Like you will encounter so many problems on the way that you'll start to appreciate any language in existence which is used in prod. So I don't know, that's my take on it. Okay, so this looks perfect. Yeah, you cannot be popular and not be trolled. I support this statement. Cool. So this is very, very good. I'm gonna commit what I can. Just I don't know if I need to commit this thing. What's going on there? There's a comma added. Oh, that seems like Prettier is trying to format stuff. TypeScript JSON. So I don't need the JSON file anymore. Bye-bye. I don't know what's going on here. Oh yeah. Fine. Alright, so I successfully converted old format to new format in some cases. I mean, certainly there is some styling missing, and I need to figure out how to do this. Cool, so I'll just say it works and commit it. And I'm also gonna push it because I can. And then I'll figure out the remaining stuff. So why is this thing missing? What is there? We have a block wrapper, and inside we have controls. Oh yeah, the controls. And that's it, right? There is a binding which is false, and that's why it doesn't display anything. Right. Let's see. I can look in the JSON and see what we expect there to be. code demo file path. So I think what's happening there is title slide, legacy exercise. I don't think we even have the custom component for it. Do we need it? I guess we can do it, yeah. Code lab. Is that a thing? No. So let me remember the structure of this thing. So I have this admin page, which is the whole what you see is what you get editor. And then I do have a list of components somewhere. So I guess it's presentation editor, wrappers maybe, custom component editors. Yeah. And then all the custom components have to start with CodeLab. So I have CodeLab code demo file path editor. Here you go. So I think all I have to do is I have to rename that thing to CodeLab code demo file path, and it will just kind of work. Let's see. So I go to importer module, and then I search for editor, code demo file path. So I think this part is good. What I want to do is when I create a tag for it, I just call it like this. That's it. That should fix it. Let's verify. So I can search for it. So it definitely exists. Now I can upload it to the database. And let's see if it works. Yeah, here you go. So now we have a file path. Then let's see what's the next thing which we need to import, which is code demo editor. So I think we may need to do some conversion here. Or alternatively, I can bring back some old component and display it. Let's see. So if I do simple one file editor, it doesn't even appear. Right, so I need to debug why it appears and then disappears. Let's add a paragraph and confirm we can edit stuff. Ooh. Okay, that's some weird stuff. Cool. So first of all, can we edit this? It seems like we can, right? I know what's happening there. So what I have to do is some food here, which I'll eat a bit later. So for value changes, we need to, since it's an observable, we just need to do pipe take one. Cool. So Space Green Cat asked if I have any other pet projects. Yeah, I have a humongous amount of pet projects and I keep like doing different things. So this is my attempt to like focus on one. because I think like this is the most impactful thing in terms of pet projects that I had so far. Yeah, so now, while I do have lots of stuff, like my second favorite thing, and it's huge, so I just don't have time to do it. I'm trying to do like to create a structural editor for JavaScript in Vue.js, and it's super fun, but it takes like lots of time. Cool. So I think now what happened there is we were listening to changes, and then every time I changed from here, it was like, oh, we need to override it, so it went back and overrode it. Cool. So we have this thing. And then let me remove this. We have a simple one file editor. Oh, so it's the same editor. You just can hide the preview. And it just allows switching files. Okay. So it seems like we need to convert this thing to what? Let's see. To code demo. And then the code lab code demo console. That's how it's supposed to be called. Okay. So this will take some time. This won't be easy. So let me see how I can do that. I'll probably do like 15 more minutes, and I should go get some work done. Okay. So in the importer module, we have code demo editor. Okay, so it's here. For now, just copy paste this. So this will be code demo editor. Those will be the remaining ones. And then we add a tag of this. And then we'll need to convert it. Collab exercise, and this I call code demo editor. Importing this component. Okay, if custom tags includes console, that's weird. Let me just refresh this. Okay, I think it was some intermittent error while I was editing. I think we're good now. Cool, so what do we do with this? When I upload it and then look at the result, don't think, So we have a new format and an old format. And I think if it was documented better, it would have been easier. But let me see. So I can, let's go to content, this thing. I'll go for this thing, editor. So those are the inputs which we get. So we get code, we get UI, we get block. Why do we need get slide? Oh, I see. So those like IDs. We get presentation ID. I don't care about that. Selected files. Okay, I think we're I kinda in a good state to try and replicate that. So I'm throwing in a debugger statement here, so we can see what's up. Cool. So this exercise is undefined. What is defined? Code demo editor. We have ng custom model. So this thing is basically custom model. So I think what we're gonna do is for props we just pass files, and then it will be an object from app.ts, and the result will be ng custom model, and it's code, and then files would be app.ts. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Upload to Firebase and yeah, it didn't work. Why? Let's see. So we have 3 presentations. We care about this one, and then for the slide number 3 we have 3 blocks. Oh, this one is exercise playground. So let's look at this one. So this is number 5. We also have 3 blocks. We have code demo file path, which displays perfectly, and we have code lab code demo console, which does not display perfectly. It does not display at all. So editor. So this component is supposed to handle that. How do we do that? Let's look at GeoInit and see what is passed to it. Well, nothing. Why is that? Let's see. So I'm gonna add another code thingy, and now it appears. Then I'm just gonna refresh and see what the difference is between those two thingies. One comes from import and one I just have created. So here, look at the doc, presentations, LOL, slide number 5, 4 blocks. So one thing I see is I'm not creating block IDs. And I think I should be creating block IDs. Besides that, let's compare those two. So it's selected files. Show preview. True. So maybe it's just selected files missing and ID. Okay. Yeah, here I really wish I had some kind of type checking. Cool. With all that, let's see. I think I use nano ID everywhere. Yes. I need to install it. Okay, so this register, I can call it register block. Yes, basically, let me finish in like 5 to 10 minutes, I think. I'm really close to being brain done. And then let's check out the cool stuff you have. Import nano ID from nano ID. Okay. And then block. Register block. Cool. Yeah, it seems like this stuff I'm doing is pretty complicated. So you either have to like look at it in the background, or you have to be like then to understand what's going on. Otherwise, it's probably just confusing. Cool. So I pass it ID, which is nano ID, and then I just pass it the data, and this way it becomes editable, I hope. And when we create a slide, where do I create a slide? Slide. Here. So I go up somewhere. Register. Oh, here I pass the ID. So all slides have the ID. The only thing which doesn't have an ID is which didn't have an ID is a block. Alright, so I upload this to Firebase. Let's check it out now. Well, to be fair, this thing is also not showing up. So I don't think it's or does it? Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So it only got triggered once. Let's compare those. Doc, presentation, LOL, slides, 5 blocks. So now we have an ID. I think I know what's going on. Importer, editor. No. So the bottom thing has editor, and this thing doesn't have editor, but I don't think we need editor to be there. So let me edit just to check it out. Cool. Let's see. So now I'm gonna re-import it. Upload to Firebase. Boom. Aha. That kinda worked, I think. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. Delete all of it. So now I'm hitting upload to Firebase again. Alright, while editor appears. And then it says cannot read property app TS of undefined. Okay, we're really close to solution here. Oh, I see, highlights. We need to pass highlights here. Highlights. Which is, I think, convert highlights, this highlights, or empty thing. That should work. Oh no. Why is it? Okay, I don't care. Just this. It will drop all undefineds anyway. Ah, we just don't need semicolon. You're right. Thank you. Cool. So I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna upload to Firebase. And boom, this seems to work. Cannot read. That's the same. Why you cannot read this of undefined? Let me refresh again. Alright, Space Green Cat, send me what you have. I think I'm my brain is ready. Okay, so I have this code. Selected files. So I need selected files and files, I guess. Oh, I have files. Smart enough. Ah, I see. So I think it expects highlights to be retros. Is it about retrospectives? File highlights. Cool. Okay, I think I know what it is. I have I invented my own highlights format here, and I'll need to figure out how to convert. We're gonna do it next time. Cool. Let's check out your. Oh, never mind. It's not about retrospectives. I think I saw something similar somewhere. Nice. I can do it full screen. Dungeon, mines to do, console, BMV, help, cow say, hello. Okay, bash version, React, okay, command not found, auto-completion, no auto-completion, yeah, not much accessibility. Let's see. Li, okay. Boot kernel. That's cool. That has lots of Easter eggs. Let's see. Close this. Dungeon. New game. I think I won. Oh, I think I need keys. So now I get all the keys, and then I can go fight with the ghost. No, get out of here, ghost. Now it's open. So did you write the whole thing? Hey, this is a smart ghost. Get out of here. Ooh, oh, no. Nice. That's cool. Okay, let's do to do. Hello. Space green cat. Yeah. That's pretty cool. What else can you do? Where's the trash can? Oh, let's do audio player. Nice. Oh, there is a calendar. Okay. Nice. I cannot change anything, but I can check it out. There are settings somewhere. Oh yeah, mines. Oh, that's Minesweeper. I lost. Okay. Oh, I have to. Got it. So if I right click, ooh, console. Okay, screensaver. Nice. Reset. Boom. Settings. Theme. Green. How's it green? Oh, the background is green. Yellow. Colorless. That's pretty cool. Retro. That's very chill. So let's see. That you? No, right? I actually had your GitHub somewhere there. Here you go. Okay. Oh no, that's not you. Oh yeah, that's you. Is this you? Yes, it has React. Oh yeah, okay, you also sent it to me. Nice. So we need to start this. I mean, if there were more people. Oh yeah, there is somebody else. Somebody else can go start this retro OS Netlify success. Let's see your commit hygiene. Update dependencies, video player, notepad. You're much better than me. Update, move wallpapers and change exports. That's cool. I think like my favorite thing is it like works. I clicked everywhere and I couldn't find anything non-working, which seems like you invest some time and love there, which is cool. Cool. Oh, it went it went to Arctic Vault. That's cool. Let's check out the player and let's see the code. So where are the commits? Context, video. Let's check out the notepad. Did you play the latest version? Use window. Ooh, hooks. I can see some space for optimizations here. You should do like use windows and pass an array or something. Okay, I'll check out the player later. Cool. So you use okay. If extensions. Oh, so if you open an app. Then you open Notepad. Uh-huh. Okay, and then it returns open up. So each file has, so I guess this is Explorer, yes. Here's some styles for Notepad, author. Uh-huh. Nice. Oh, you have the same name as Fox. Author. Looks legit. Looks pretty clean. So let's see the player. Oh, yes, I have CSS modules. Yeah, that makes sense. Main title. Yeah, I think the shorter the selectors are, the better. Yeah, and for this case, like, you don't even need no nesting or nothing. Font size. Yeah, looks cool. So now technically I can understand what's going on. So there is a state of play, there is a state of pause. So there is a state of paused, out of which you can go to previous track. Yeah, it's hard to say like what's. It seems like you can do most of the things you can do from all states except loading, right? You can do previous stack from everywhere, previous track from everywhere. You can do like next track from everywhere. So like specifically here, like I don't know what the. I can see like the benefit of like transitioning between like played, paused, playing, and then failure. Yeah, and if you fail, you also can go to previous track. Yeah, I think that I don't know how much. Yeah, I think like failure is the only state which has different things. Well, you can get from playing to an end, but you cannot do from pause. So I think it's cool as an experiment, and it's cool that I open the thing and I immediately see what functionality you implemented. So, for example, if I was very familiar with this, I think this would be like, for me, the best starting place for your app. If I did like lots of state machines, I would open it like, oh, I think I know everything about this project. Yes, it was an experiment. You wanted to figure out X state. Nice. All right, it's also React. Yeah, I see CSS modules. I don't know what CX is. Class name is bind styles. I haven't seen that. Class name is bind. Oh, is it like just 2 class names? That's it? Let's see. Yeah, it seems so. I can probably look it up on names. Okay. Alternative bind version. If you're using CSS modules or a similar approach to abstract the real class name values, you may want to use the bind variant. I kind of understand how it works, but I don't understand why. So you sent... So you have events with multiple types. I don't know why it's not an in. Oh, because I see why. Okay. And then there is some DOM node passing around. Okay, I don't know what maybe it's legit, maybe it's a good idea. Cool, so here's the audio machine. So states. If you're loading, once you load it, you go to paused. Yes. If you paused, you hit play. If you fail, and then you can reuse some. Yeah, that looks a bit. Set current time transition. Yeah. Okay. And then, so what's okay? Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. So you define the states, but still there is like around the state magic, right? Use player. Set timeout. Okay, so have a giant hook. Yes? Or no? Oh, it's not giant hook. It's a small hook. But it uses a bunch of things. So you use machine, which is the X state thing, I assume. Yes. And then you pass the actions. Then you have state and send. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about when I was saying like we should return state and some kind of action like thing. And you still have to create one ended. Maybe I wish that was generated. So here, oh, it seems like you don't like JSX. Or wait, React create element. Yeah, I think so. Just create an element, pass a bunch of stuff there. Why though? Oh, and just return it. Oh, I see. Yeah, it doesn't. Seems like you don't like JSX. Yeah. No, I see. You create the element so that other people don't have to. I think that makes kind of sense. Is this audio thing even showed anywhere, or is it like hidden? Because it seems like it's. I don't think it has any UI, or if it has, it's like very minimal. Context. T context. What's that? Yeah. That's cool. I mean, I don't know how easy it would be to support, but it definitely sounds like a fun experiment. So, and that's literally what you said. So, so here you use it. Yeah, you need to just plug it in. So let's check out your docs. Okay. Oh, that's just a screenshot. Oh, but this is... Oh, I got it. This is the same thing I saw in the... Yeah. In the OS. Yeah, I think it's legit. I'm not super good with the React code, although like I do use React for work and stuff, but I'm still figuring it out. But I think like it's mostly clear what's going on there. So we have a hidden element, I guess, and there's a header and there's a playlist. Playlist. Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Oh, cool, so you can like navigate it, right? So use a gist or whatever it's called. Nice, yeah, I like that. I wish I could like move it around because those arrows intersect everywhere. fail. So I'm in the failure state, so I can retry and go to loaded. Then from loaded, I guess I can only go to... Oh, it wasn't loading. Got it. So now I'm in paused, so I can go to play. And then I can set current time, previous track, and end it. Now I can play. Reset. Start with loading again. Fail. How do I get to load? Previous track. How can I do previous track if I haven't loaded? Oh, I have to load. But then how will it know it's previous track? Yeah. No, it's. I think that's cool. So there is a link. Yeah, I assumed it's the same thing. Maybe make the. Let's see. Can I edit this? Will this work? Let's see. No, that didn't work, right? Oh. GitHub markdown link to an image. Here you go. There does not to be a single markdown. Okay. But both of those should work. Okay, well, I made an attempt. Let me see. Let me spend 5 more seconds on that. So it's the same but in square braces. All right, okay, then I'm giving up. I gave it a shot. It's supposed to work. It doesn't work. Well, I tried. But yeah, that's some cool stuff. It's I mean, it seems like you are pretty good at your stuff, at least like from what I've seen. Yeah, I think it's cool to have like a pet project where you can just like go chill and like slowly add features. I'm impressed by how everything works in your OS. Where is it? Yeah, I like long time ago I actually did something similar. Like when I started learning JavaScript, I was like, I'll create my own operating system, but it was like nowhere near as good as this. Really is. Nice. Dungeon mine setting. Oh yeah, so it's the same stuff I saw before. Quit. Shut down. Okay, I tried. I don't know how to quit this operating system. So cool. That was fun. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to go get some work done. Alright, okay, one more feature. Show me. Oh, everything is stored in a local store. Yes, I had to do, and now it's LOL. Yep. Perfect. Yes, that's why I have the same background. That's nice. Cool. Yeah, I see the icons, the settings, and the to-do stuff too. And also it loads in like half a second, unlike any other operating system. Cool. Okay, I don't think we should raid anybody. It seems like it's mostly me and Space Green Cat and one lurker. So I guess I'm just gonna shut down the stream. But yeah, thanks for following me through all this confusing stuff. It seems like I'm making a good progress, so I'll try to stream like maybe every day this week. Thanks for the star. I mean, it's a good project. I mean, this is. I know you're probably like not junior at all, but I'm looking at like. I was trying to help some junior people with the resumes, and most of them are like, "Oh, I finished boot camp, and that's it. That's the resume," or like, "I went to this school," and if everybody would just sit and like create a project like that can go straight into resume, and like that's like some really solid stuff. You can like look at code, you can see like everything works perfectly, even like I guess on a higher level that's also can go to resume. So I think people should do more stuff like this, because this is a good way to learn new stuff. Do you stream this stuff or no? Okay, I'm slowly starting to shut down all that stuff. Yeah. Every time I refresh, it's a different ID. But I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem. Okay, so tomorrow I'll just convert the highlights into the new format, which is supposed to be array. Curious why. Anyway, alright, thanks everybody who survived that far, and I'm stopping the stream.